everybody? Welcome to another edition of Beer 30 with your host, me, Big Dub. What a wonderful time actually for sports. I know earlier in the year we didn't think sports was going to possibly happen, but right now everything's going on. With that being said, let's first congratulate the Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley Cup this year. I know it was great for them after their first round collapse last year, for them to bounce back and be the heavy favorites last year, lose early, then come back and do it again in the bubble. Congratulations to them for the Stanley Cup win. We got baseball playoffs in full swing right now. Today, there's literally 8 games being played. The NBA Finals get started. NFL's going, college football. It's a wonderful time if you are a big sports fan. You see a couple beers in front of me. From Hop Butcher, we have their Throat. It is a Kolsch style beer. Now, for you that maybe don't know what Kolsch style beer is, or maybe nervous, they've on the menu and kind of scared to try it. Normally, it's a crisp, delicious style beer. It is German style. It's kind of a hybrid between an ale as well as a lager. They kind of use both yeast when doing that. It really helps produce a light and refreshing color, taste. It's something really good for a hot summer day. So if you're looking for Kolsch and you're trying to think, what is that? No idea, never heard of it. Think of it as something light, refreshing, going to be easy to drink. It's not going to be heavy. And it's going to hit you up front with some lightness, and then it's going to have a little dryness on the backside. So if you are drinking a Kolsch, never had it or wondered what it was, that's what you can expect from a Kolsch style beer. On the other side, from Goose Island, it's their Women of the House, and it's brewed by the women in beer here in Chicago and mostly Goose Island. So it was made for International Women's Day this year. You get all the women brewers and people in beer, all the ladies in beer that get together and make this. What they did create, it is a guava wheat pale ale. It was to commemorate the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage. So they made that. They put a lot of different hops in it to try to give it this light body, this fruit flavors to it. So it should be something very, also refreshing, very citric, and it should have some nice tropical flavors for us to enjoy. So we'll get started with the Hop Butcher here. As I'm pouring that, I would like to talk again about sports. The Lakers and the Heat. I think everyone expected the Lakers to make it. They didn't have much issues going through the West, especially after the Clippers got eliminated. But coming out of the East, I think a lot of people were kind of sleeping when it came to the Miami Heat there. And I think Jimmy Butler and his crew are going to give the Lakers all they can handle. I know Butler is a lockdown defender, and he's given LeBron James fits before. Now, I'm not saying he's going to stop him, but I think he can help slow him down. And I think Bam Adebayo can give Anthony Davis some fits too. Still see the Lakers pulling it off, but I think it'll probably go 6 or 7 games, so it wouldn't surprise me at all to have a nice, fun series there with a lot of back and forth, and I think it's going to get pretty physical with both those teams. So, as you can see with this Hop Butcher, and I love the art of the can. Actually, the artist here, he is from Chicago. He does most of the art for Hop Butcher. His name is Dan Jetza. So, local artists that they've gotten to do all the art for them, so it's really cool. If you ever get a chance, just go on Hop Butcher's website, and they have all the art for all their beers. It's really fun to go through and see what they've done. So on the nose, you do get that very slight sweetness with the nose there. And this drinks much like an ale. It doesn't have that lager flavor, and it doesn't have too much bitterness or hoppiness at the back end. Another thing to know with Kolsch is they're not usually very heavy when it comes to the ABV. You're looking anywhere between 4.5 to 5.5. So if you are looking for something that's not going to sit too heavy, that's refreshing and smooth, I would definitely look for a Kolsch. It's something to help you on a warm summer hot day. Or if you just want something that's light and easy to drink, look for a nice Kolsch. So yeah, I get a little acidity, little tropical hints up front. Then it transitions very smooth and leaves this nice flavor on the back end. It's kind of a little pale, little hoppiness, but not as strong as I was suspecting. So I do enjoy this. So if you ever get a chance to try the Throat from Hop Butcher for the World, please do. Baseball. How crazy is it that we have 8 series going on? Since they did put 16 teams into the playoffs this year, you have 8 series, and today there's literally 8 games going on. They made the wild card 3-game series, so we could have some American League teams moving on today. So we'll see what happens as it goes through. But I think it's fun. It's exciting. It's going to keep it going, and I wouldn't be surprised if baseball in the future expands the playoffs, maybe not to 16 teams, maybe 10, 12 to add a little bit more excitement. And then NFL going on. We had a little hiccup in the road with the NFL with the Titans now coming and having some players test positive with COVID. I know their game most likely is going to get postponed against the Steelers this week, and we knew this was most likely going to happen. Hopefully they had a good plan in place to help with this. I don't know what their plan is going to be exactly when they're going to try to play it, if they're going to try to push it back to Monday night or Tuesday night, but we knew this was coming. But there's still 7 undefeated teams in the league, and there are 2 of them that were going to play. So it's fun. There's been some really good football going on. The worst part, though, has been all the injuries, sadly. A lot of star players getting hurt. San Francisco got decimated by the season-long injuries. But I think they're still going to be there, stick around, and figure out a way. They just got to figure out what's going on against Seattle, because that team is looking really good. And Russ, I think, finally might get his MVP this year. So now, moving over to Goose Island's women of the house here. As I said, I'm expecting some citrus notes. That's kind of what they were going for with this. And up front, yeah, it definitely smells very citrusy. You get that acidity that you'd expect out of a citrus fruit. It is a guava pale ale. Okay, that's actually very delicious. If you like tropical fruit, if you like acidity, give this one a shot. At the back end, you do get a little bit of the pale ale-ness, which is going to be your hoppiness, kind of that pale flavor that comes along with a pale ale. If you've never tried pale ale before, what you can expect is at the back end of that beer, it's going to be a little heavy, a little hoppiness, and that's what you're getting at the back end of this. But it starts very sweet and has a smooth, mild transition for you. So both of these beers, very, very good. Put them side by side here, give you one last look at them. And now we got college football coming up too, and we do have the Big Ten, and we do have the Pac-12 getting started as well. So looks like all Power 5 conferences are going to get going. Games are getting ready to go. So if you are a sports fan, enjoy. We got, like I said, NBA Finals started. Major League Baseball playoffs going now. So enjoy all of this. Find a good beer to enjoy while you're watching your favorite team. And if they're not there, just enjoy sports. We didn't know if we were going to get them, so enjoy them. Enjoy a good beer. Hot Butcher's Throat, I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. The women of the house from Goose Island, 9 out of 10. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, enjoy your beer 30. Bye.